Michelle Obama might be utterly humiliated after seeing these two images released next to each other. One image is Michelle and Barack. The other image is Melania and Donald. The two images are side by side to compare and contrast the way the women dressed during their tenure as the First Lady. Michelle looks like a pack of brightly colored generic life-savers from the dollar store. Melania looks like she's dressed in fancy curtains, although much more classy than her opponent, Michelle. If I had to pick which woman wears it best, and looks more presidential, then I'm definitely saying Melania looks better. Michelle looks like she's going to a picnic of a family reunion. Melania looks like she's going somewhere important, and I'd like to think our country is important. The photo comparing each woman has gone viral on social media and people are commenting on it like crazy. Most of the comments that we've read were in favor of Melania. If people really liked Michelle's outfit, then we wouldn't care. I'm a guy, so I don't care what either of them wears, but apparently, there's a lot of people who do. In fact, some people care so much what the First Lady wears that they have actually boycotted some designer brands because the brands support the president. Then there are companies who refuse to provide outfits for the First Lady because she's connected to Donald Trump. Can you imagine being $1 million company and being that petty that you refuse to provide clothes for the president's wife? I would be right there with a closet filled with random outfits and all the free marketing I could get. Dolce & Gabbana not only makes clothes for the First Lady, but they also proudly show them off on their Instagram account for the world to see. As you can probably imagine, the Dems think that showing off the First Lady is the most offensive thing that has ever happened. Everything is offensive to leftists. That's part of the reason they lost the 2016 election to Donald Trump. People are tired of the leftists saying everything is offensive. I think offensive things are hilarious, so you can bet your bottom dollar I was one of the many people tired of the left. The crazy part about all of this is that other designers have turned the First Lady down. You would think that politics wouldn't matter when clothes cost that much, but apparently to some people, politics matter more than running their company. You must be an idiot to turn down working for the President of the United States. Maybe it's not a job, but it is massive scale marketing that reaches millions. If you're in the fashion industry, thankful I'm not, and your work is worn by the president or his wife, then you have made it big time. Instead of simply not shopping with Dolce & Gabbana, they are planning a full-force boycott. The clothing company decided that it would be a good time to have a little fun with the liberals. The company created some boycott Dolce & Gabbana t-shirts for a whopping $245. The best part? People are eating them up. How funny is it that the left is protesting the clothing company by buying their boycott shirts from their website? The left doesn't think things through very well, do they? They get so caught up in their faux hatred for the president and the First Lady that they are willing to give money to the very company that they want to boycott. Of course, there are people who find humor in the left getting annihilated, so they buy the shirts for the cheap laugh. This story is further proof that the left has lost their minds. There is a real issue with their thought process when they protest a clothing company for simply making clothes for the wife of a president. There is no way someone can be legitimately this angry over something so trivial. We are surprised they haven't also tried to boycott her makeup company of choice. They could just as easily go after the people who make her socks. See how absurd it all sounds? This is funny because leftists are not only buying products from the same company, but they're also paying $245 for a t-shirt? You can't be seriously buying a shirt for $245 and then talking about equality or white privilege. I'm white and I can't afford a $245 t-shirt, which proves that there is no such thing as white privilege. That's just another myth like the gender pay gap and the funny joke that there are more than two genders. There is not. Leftists have just over 3 years to prepare for the 2020 election. If they can't get themselves together enough to realize why they lost, then they deserve to lose again. The picture comparing Melania and Michelle was more than just a meme. It was a standing ovation for Melania and an embarrassment to Michelle. Melania stands tall among the criticism and still shows up classy as ever. Maybe Michelle was too busy trying to get kids to eat cardboard quality food with this horrible free lunch program of hers, and she clearly didn't have enough time to pick out something more presidential. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily.